Government agencies are undertaking an unprecedented period of IT and application modernization. At the same time, efforts to collect, manage, and analyze vast volumes of data, combined with needing to operate securely in today's multi-cloud operating environments, have placed tremendous challenges on agency officials to manage IT modernization initiatives. I'm Wyatt Cash with Scoop News Group, and here to talk about how IT officials are addressing some of those challenges is Pritha Mehra, Chief Information Officer at the U.S. Postal Service. Pritha, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
So let's start a little with what are the biggest challenges that you're facing at the U.S. Postal Service in managing the rising volume of data while also trying to make data more accessible to a broader range of stakeholders?
Well, let me start with some important facts. We have over 110 petabytes of data. We process over 420 million mail pieces a day, and more than 10 million people visit our website. So we process, I think, over 50% of the world's mail, and our footprint is huge. So to support this Postal Service's Delivering for America plan, we are on a significant transformation journey. We are shifting from a legacy world of disparate data sets, siloed ownership, and multiple conflicting sources of truth, and we're moving to an enterprise-wide data management approach. We just appointed a Chief Data and Analytics Office to tackle this big challenge and guide this transformation. So the office, of course, has the immense role of bringing structure to how we manage our data assets and deliver timely data-related insights. So this group has begun the journey of identifying and cataloging our enterprise data assets, their content and lineage, and then rationalizing the data to identify the appropriate sources of truth. And then the next step is to ensure that we have appropriate data logging, access controls at appropriate levels, governance, data integrity, and these insights will then help drive strategic decision-making, optimize operations, and uncover new opportunities.
So next, I'd like to ask, how are you approaching the demands for data to move more freely and dynamically across cloud environments and also do so securely?
Well, we have a hybrid multi-cloud environment, which includes 2 data centers, and we have relationships with 3 of the primary cloud providers, and along with services from multiple SaaS providers. So at the infrastructure layer, we have built a fabric of network connections to provide consistent access to services across cloud providers and processing regions. We are also providing a set of enterprise services that align with the rationalized data fabric. This enables consistent, ubiquitous access to applications and, of course, to the underlying enterprise data sets. We are adopting cloud-agnostic platforms to support both event streaming and analytics to enable real-time processing, data placement as needed, and yet maintain skilled set transferability. Now, we at the USPS, we use Kafka-compatible software for digital representation of all of our assets, including things like carrier movement, vehicle movement, and package scans. This digital twin allows USPS to visualize things such as delivery conditions and mail and package processing conditions. And as a result, we use our vast amount of data analytics to drive operational excellence with these data sets that are across multiple platforms. So this consistent access to data via either enterprise services or event streams enables development teams to accelerate time to market and build microservices with the most up-to-date and accurate data available.
That's really impressive. Next, I'd love to explore a little bit more on your security strategy. Agencies are all dealing around new mandates around zero trust, et cetera. Where are you focusing your efforts to protect the security of the data that's, again, moving between various IT systems internally and externally?
I'm going to start by saying that our security race is never complete. So it's constant. And our work in this area is very critical. So we have adopted a zero trust approach to cybersecurity, aligned with the national cybersecurity strategy to protect our assets and the critical information and data. And as you know, the zero trust model helps ensure that access to data, networks, and the infrastructure is continuously verified and is constrained with what is minimally required, right? So we all know that many of the data breaches start with end users and phishing scams. So we have a comprehensive cybersecurity training program for our employees, and we conduct very clever phishing simulations. We have strict controls to access our systems. We have actually harnessed some leading edge technologies for privileged access management and application authorization. So we've essentially procured SaaS products for this, and now we're stitching these SaaS products across all our applications. We are all aware how costly a data breach is, not only financially, but to a brand. And for us, it's all about making sure that we are protecting our data from malicious attacks or misuse. So we have strong security measures to protect our data, including endpoint security, authentication and access controls, encryption, data recovery, data loss prevention, and of course, threat monitoring. So this also includes performing evaluations of our third-party suppliers to identify, assess, and manage the risks posed by these entities. And as you know, they could adversely impact our security posture, especially if they experience a breach or a cyber incident. So, of course, secure access controls, threat monitoring, data loss prevention, they rely heavily on appropriate data cataloging and tagging and ensuring that data is secure and protected as it flows through our system. So we are engaged in a pretty extensive cataloging exercise, but we've taken sort of a mission critical approach where we focus first on those data assets that are most critical to our mission.
Thank you for elaborating on that. And then, if CIOs didn't have enough challenges to work on, I'm curious to get your perception around the fact that, technology is changing so rapidly now, faster than probably ever. How are you trying to strike a balance between, achieving economies of scale and still preserving flexibility and choice as you move forward with IT modernization?
That's a great question. So our modernization efforts include growing our base of technology choices. So we're infusing more options into each application tier. So it's more software, more languages, more data persistent options, more access to emerging technologies. So we were traditionally a Java and a .NET shop, and now we are embracing modern languages, whether it's Python, R, Scale, or whatever. We're moving from virtualization to containerization and embracing event stream processing. And yet we continue to maintain a governance process for the technologies used to ensure our environment continues to be reliable, maintainable, and secure. So for some of our modernization activities, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. We rely on COTS and SaaS products to provide sophisticated solutions. And for each SaaS product, we are creating integration layers that provide both consistent integration and access control patterns. So this also gives us a level of insulation from future third-party product changes and enables a seamless use of the SaaS product in our environment. And to support both SaaS and internal technology component selections, we evaluate technology purchases using a technology reference model. This allows all parts of the organization the opportunity to contribute to adoption decisions. We also actively seek input from industry leaders in the technology category being evaluated. We lean heavily on our architecture and innovation team to make strong recommendations on technology choices. We have actually grown that architecture team pretty substantially in the Postal Service. And this team uses mature processes that leverage insight from multiple stakeholders and subject matter experts to find that right balance you were asking about. Our architects now have domain experience in the business verticals that they work in, so they can partner very closely with our business functions. And this really drives excellent solutioning because, you know, they're really learning the business that they're modernizing. This group also publishes guidelines that form the foundation of our modernization efforts. And these guidelines help balance the immediate needs with the future need for future flexibility. Examples of these principles include API-first design, pub/sub event streams, and user experience design thinking. I'm big on journey mapping. They also conduct architecture reviews that provide current and future state designs, right? Well, current state understanding and then future state designs. Mm-hmm. And finally, we invest in our people. We encourage regular training in new technologies and in the skills necessary for career development. And achieving the right balance when managing a portfolio of complex systems that depend on rapidly changing technologies is really about principle-centered leadership, repeatable processes, and leveraging the hard work of a pool of very talented people.
I love your point about principle-centered leadership as a way to begin, and the importance of architecture, which is often underrated at a lot of organizations. Thank you for that. Lastly, I'm just curious, you talked about working with, leading edge vendors in the community. Can you talk about what your sense is of the state of relations between federal agencies in general and technology partners these days? Have they gotten stronger and more productive? And what would help unlock even greater value in these relations for federal officials?
I'll tell you how we do it. Our relationships with our technology partners are very important to modernizing our network. So when we have a need, we are very quick to conduct market research and identify the leaders in the space. The right technology partners to work with across our capabilities. I mean, that's critical. When we have active communication across multiple layers in our organization and theirs, it's a win-win proposition. They provide expertise and we provide feedback that helps them refine their offerings. And they can learn a lot from our use cases. And we have definitely enhanced the capabilities of our partners by providing feedback at the right level of their organizations. At the same time, our technology partners are directly assisting us to upskill our workforce and infuse modern ways of thinking. Through professional services contracts, they are working with our teams to provide workshops, sandbox opportunities, training sessions, and other activities to make our CIO employees better informed leaders, better technology strategists, and really highly skilled technologists. One of the most successful employee development programs that we have features our technology partners and our CIO employees on a bi-weekly basis. It's called Tech Chats. And this is a session where we invite our technology partners to come in and talk about new technologies. And these sessions continue to draw on an average of over 500 participants. And we focus on topics like AI and machine learning, DevSecOps, geospatial technologies, Kafka, customer-based design, and almost all of them with a technology partner input. And these tech chats really empowers our managers and our technologists to be agents of change, which is really important, and also exposes them to the technologies and excites them about the new technologies. So we are a 250-year organization. undergoing one of the most massive transformations in our history. And we've got a Postmaster General who's got a very strong commitment to modernization. And so with him as on the helm and our talented workforce, I'm pretty confident that, we are on a great path for modernization. And it's really a great time to be working for the Postal Service.
Well, Pritha, thank you so much. And not only providing your insights, but really a master class of the important dynamics from a technology standpoint, a training standpoint, a people standpoint, and principle-centered leadership standpoint to keep such a vast organization moving forward and doing so well. So thank you so much for joining us and sharing with us some of your insights today.
Thank you, Ed. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.